What is loss? It's taking something away. Well, most people see that as a low vibration energy, but we can use that as a high vibration energy because we want to lose all our low vibration energy. We want to lose all our sadness, all our unhappiness, all our fear, all our worry, all our doubt. We want to lose all that stuff. Why? So we can be happy. So this is about creating more high vibration energy day in, day out. So when you have things that plague you, some people have bad self-images. I don't deserve this, and I'm not worthy of this, and I'm not going to let I beat myself. I don't approve of myself. They allow thoughts that are unhealthy thoughts to live inside them. The healing comes when you recognize that's low vibration energy. Those are not your thoughts. Those are planted in by an entity that wants to take you out of your happiness. See, no one ever told you that. When people say, "I've got a bad self-image," most of the time just think positive. You just got to think positive. Okay, I'm thinking positive. I'm thinking positive now. Okay. Here comes another negative thought. No, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. Thoughts. Why? Because if you have a positive thought, you're going to create a negative thought because we live in the world of duality. What does work is healing, the ability to take an energy that's not moving and move it. It's kind of like, I use the analogy of a garden hose. Water going through the hose, right? That's your high vibration energy. That's your life force. Water going through the hose. The hose isn't creating the water. The water's coming from the faucet, from the source. So our bodies are like the hose. The water goes through it. Now, if there's a kink in the hose, the water stops. No more water. If there's a blockage in our energy system, that shuts off our high vibration energy, which is our life force. And what happens? If no high vibration energy is moving, then what energy takes over? See, you're either in a high vibration or low vibration. There's no in between. You're either moving up or you're moving down. So what are you? So if the plants need water and there's no water coming through the hose, what's going to happen to the plant? No water. Guess what happens? Nothing good. Low vibration energy. So we want to open up the channels for the life force to do its thing. So in the healing paradigm that I'm talking about, what do? Well, with my little dog, I did a healing treatment on her. And how and exactly how I did that, that's for another class, but I did a healing treatment on her. And I asked for help because whenever you got a problem, you always ask for help. That's the way it works. It's like a surgeon. A surgeon never operates on himself, right? If he's got a problem, he asks for help. So I asked for help, and I asked many of you, and you came through for me, and I'm so grateful for you. So what happened? 24 hours, within 24 hours, she came back to life. She became healthy again. Why? Because massive amounts of high vibration energy were hitting her body. And the healing worked. The healing worked. The healing always gets delivered. Remember this. We'll do more on this, but I just want to give you a heads up on this. The healing always gets delivered. So it's like FedEx or UPS. They knock on your door. Delivery. That's what the healing always gets delivered. Now, whether you open the door and get the package or are able to get the package, that's another story. But for a little animal who's not human, she just accepted the healing. And within 24 hours, she was back up and normal again. We were so thrilled. She was jumping, walking upstairs, jumping around. Wow. Every time I see the healing work, I'm always amazed. The vet, we called the veterinarian, and she said, there's no medical reason why that should have happened. I don't know how that happened. I don't know why it happened, but I'm glad it happened. But there's no medical reason why she should have improved. She should have been dead. Well, I know because we added energy, we added healing to that. We had the intention for healing. So for 2 weeks, she was in great shape. Right at the end of 2 weeks, she started to decline again. And I use my intuition, my energy awareness, just like I did the first time. The first time when she went down, I used my energy awareness. My energy awareness says, she's not done yet. Do the healing work. She'll come back. That's the sign I got for accessing a higher dimension. I did it. It worked. She came back. This time, when I scanned and used my intuition, the intuition was, no, she's leaving. So prepare for her to leave. That was the intuition I got. Prepare for her to leave. Uh-oh. So we had one more day with her. Me and my co-owner, we both share custody of the dog. And we took her out. We took her to her favorite restaurant, her favorite cafe here in West Hollywood, where she has lots of friends. She's very well known at that cafe. Got to say goodbye, held her all night, and we knew the next day we were going to have to take her to the vet and put her down. We didn't want to do that, but we knew we had to. So she went to sleep. We kissed her goodnight. And when I got up to take her, she knew that we didn't want to put her down. We didn't want to go through that process. So she left. So she had passed when the morning came. What a sweetie. That's what I believe in my heart. She passed knowing that you want to put us through that. Now, here are the questions. Well, you healed her once, Glenn. Why couldn't you heal her again? Well, why did it work then? Why did it work now? And I've prayed for healing for people and it didn't work. Or people have that question. So just in the space of the few minutes we have left, let me just tell you how it works. Remember the ultimate purpose. We're here, we come here for a purpose to heal and dissolve our low vibration energy and to attain the highest vibration we can, the highest awareness, the highest consciousness. So we're ready to go back where we came from. That's the process here. Everybody comes, everybody stays for a while, and everybody leaves. Every living being, every living creature here. So when we do healing, we understand the law of duality that comes back again. The law of duality says it is and it isn't. It will, it won't. It can, it can't. It might, it won't. You have to live within the possibilities of both those things happening. Now, here's another duality for you. We're in control. We're not in control. They're going to be healed. They're not going to be healed. They're going to be healed for a time, and then they're not going to be healed for a time. That's the place you have to live in when you do healing work. So Yes, we have control over over our lives, a certain amount of control in this physical world, but ultimately the divine presence is running the show. And that's where the healing power comes from. So I don't heal people. Glenn Ackerman that doesn't heal people. Glenn Ackerman connects to the source of all healing and of all life. And I channel that source to heal that person or that thing. So in the case of Jelly, yeah, I did the healing work and you did too. All of us together healed her and brought her back to life. So I got her for 2 more weeks. So what ultimately happened was she was getting ready to check out, and the divine presence allowed us to have a certain amount of control to heal her for a 2 week period. So for us to be able, for me to be able to say goodbye to her and for me to be able to enjoy and go through the process and then for her to leave. And it worked out perfectly. Now, would I have preferred that she's still around? Of course. I wish that she would have been healed for another 2 or 3 years. But part of the healing process and the ability to live your life is recognizing that there's two things happening, that you're in control of some things and there's a purpose for you. There's a plan for you. There's a destiny that you're living in that you have to live out. That's why you were born to certain parents. That's why you live in a certain part of the world. That's why you're in the particular situation you're in with money or with relationships or with business or with health. It's a journey you're on. And your journey is different from my journey. Everybody's journey is different. The only thing that we have in common with all of us is that we're all in the journey. And I've been granted access to energy awareness training so we can hasten, we can speed up the process of awakening.